Morning everyone. Good morning, Sir Ruel. I am Daryl G. Vertudazo and I will be going to report about emerging legal issues in education, Philippines 2025. The Philippines is navigating a complex legal landscape in education with emerging issues shaping the future of learning. This presentation examines key legal challenges and their potential impact on educational policy and practice. Current legal landscape in Philippine education. Key laws. Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013 or Republic Act 10533. Its objectives is to improve education quality, increase global competitiveness, and develop lifelong learners. The law seeks to develop students who are equipped with the skills, knowledge, and values necessary for lifelong learning. In Anti-Bullying Act, Republic Act 10627, the law aims to prevent and address bullying in elementary and secondary schools. Its objective is to prevent bullying, protect victims, and hold perpetrators accountable. In Anti-Bullying Act, mauna niyang pinakakuan ron kanang latest ron sa eskwelahan. Daghan nang nahitabo ron mga cases nga ang school, mga students are nagbully na, nay mga mangbully. Sa una kay katong nang eskwela man ta kay I can't remember nga ibuli ko. Sugsugon ra ko pero dili mo po nato dibdibon nga as in para nato bully na siya. Diba? Di man po nato atong dibdibon nga kung sugsugon ta nga di ka mao nga na di ka ba musaya di mo kan bumukanta sugsugon sa mga friends or classmates wala ra man to nato ato paganing bawsa ng sugsog, di ba? Pero now there are many students na konting kuan ra sa classmates moingon na nga bully na kuno gibully na kuno sila unsa may mahitabo. It affects the emotional feelings of the students, no, that cause nga pwede mahitabo nga di na mo eskwela, di ba? Mangundang sila school kay gibuli or else magpa-transfer sa laing eskwelahan. Next, comprehensive mental health law. In this law, it aims to enhance the delivery of integrated mental health services, promote and protect the rights of persons utilizing psychiatric, neurologic, and psychosocial health service and appropriate funds for these purposes. Kani nga law naman pod is about mental health naman pod. Maybe some students experiencing mental problems. We don't know it if this about sa ilang family, sa mga friends nga nag-affect sa ilang health, di ba, sa ilang utok. Namanggoy mga bata ko na nowadays the students are konting kuan lang may istoryahan ragingan na mental health na agad na nay problema sa utok, di ba? Kaya ba ilamang dibdibon kaayo kung unskintahay si teacher na igistorya ra niya about sa iyang studies. What will happen? Ang student, iyang dibdibon, mo-affect sa iyang mental health. No? It's sa una kay di man kaayo known ng mga nay problema sa utok. Karon kay daghan na kaayong problema sa education. The challenges, implementation, and enforcement of these laws remain a critical challenge with ongoing issues in resource allocation and access. Mao jud na challenge. Maglagmog na taglo pero dili basta-basta ma-impose ngano man. It's a big challenge man siya, critical ka jud ngano man we don't have enough budget, resource allocation, and access po. Mao na ilisod. We have here issue 1. Low reading comprehension. Sa low reading comprehension, year 2022, according to PISA, the Philippines ranked lowest in reading literacy among participating countries, highlighting the need for immediate action. Siguro you are familiar with PISA, no? It's about in reading. Ang Philippines daw ranked lowest. What's the problem? No, ngano maning na lowest man ng Philippines. Here is the proposed solution. The Reading First Act, currently under review, aims to address the crisis by allocating 500 million peso annually for literacy programs. Syempre, kung kita ang atong nasod, lowest sa PISA, competing to other countries, mag-propose jud og solution nga no, how are we going to cope up nga dili na punta mo lowest, di ba? Ngano man na nga lowest man ta, we have lack of resources, insufficient access to reading materials. Isa pud na sa cause nganong na lowest ta. Socio-economic factors. Students from low-income backgrounds often face significant barriers. Labi na ka ng mga estudyante bitaw nga wala gayud ang ginikanan, di ba? Isa problema nato. Teaching training. Teacher may require additional training. Si teacher, maybe isa din yan sa reason nga nung lowest kay because si teacher lack of trainings. What are we going to do? Next, home environment. Home-related factors such as parent involvement and access to reading material. Siyempre, dili lang mampun nga si teacher na lang tanan. No. So, kinahanglan, si parents at home also should help to develop the learning of the students. No? Absenteeism. Frequent absences can disrupt learning and make it challenging for students to develop reading skills. Isa bitaw po na. Nga naman po, why are there some students keep on absent? Kana bitaw magsige absent kay ngano? As I remember, when I was in teaching a grade 5 student, I have one student nga very rare gyud. Sus, panwan sinablumon na gyud na hon siya makita kay ngano man. Dili ko na sa ganahan sa eskwela. Madyo pa kunoy, managa si Jadad to manguha og nipa. See? Panagsarag, kita ra ni mo ting exam na. How are you going to develop the reading skills of that child kung mismo ang bata mismo keeps on absenting in school? No. It's really hard. So, these are the common cause nga nung we are low in reading comprehension. Next, issue 2, over-reliance on AI in education. Growing trend. Since 2023, AI usage for homework completion has surged by 65%, raising concerns about academic integrity and skill development. The legal concerns. The use of AI tools present legal challenges related to copyright infringement and data privacy. Yes. Isa po na sa issue ron sa education. Kanang over-reliance on AI. Kita nowadays, we cannot deny the technology, the fast-growing technology in our lives. Naa na gayud na siya. What do you mean by AI? Ano bang artificial intelligence ng mga kuan ron? Here are there some reasons nga nung mana nga over-reliance na ta, loss of critical thinking skills. It can hinder students' development of critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Bitaw, kay nga naman, nagsalig naman ta sa AI. Bisag kita kaning dagko na, di ba? Kay tungod na may AI, magsalig na tao if we have going to search something, tinapuan na lagi ron, kina na may AI, so ato ay type din na manggawas ng mata ng informations, di ba? Next, dependence on technology. students may become too dependent of AI tools. Yeah, mga bata karon, sos, nako na laman. Bisan pangutan-on ni mo ons, what do you mean by this word? Wa kabalo, i-search sa cellphone, mugawas ang meaning. So, very dependent na kaayong mga students on AI. Bias and errors. AI system can perpetuate existing biases and errors if they are trained of flawed data. Oh. Mayroon ding errors, di man tanan perfect, so bias po na siya, ay bias, di ba? And errors. Lack of human interaction, over-reliance on AI. It can lead to reduced human interactive, potentially impacting students' social and emotional development. Kani gayod, pansin na dyan ako na because of technology, kanang mga bata ron, dili na nimo kaayo makita magduwa sa gawas because of they are just focusing on internet gadget, using of too much gadgets. Dadto na lang gayud sila tanan. Wala na sila physical interaction with their friends, classmates, kay magsalig naman sila sa AI, sa gadgets, technology, di ba? If they're going to ask something, chat mo lang, ganyan. Sa una gani, wa man na nga face to face mga ganitag makipag-interact sa mga friends nato. No. At least ma-develop pa ang ating mental and social, di ba? Health. Kaya we can interact with each others. So, these reasons or cause nga this is the issue why we are over-reliance on AI education. Next, issue number 3, resource scarcity in schools. Okay. Classroom shortage. As of 2024, the country faces a severe classroom shortage with 37,000 classrooms needed nationwide. In textbook ratio, the 1:75 textbook to students ratio in public schools underscores the dire need for increased funding and resource allocation. Kani bitaw. Kani mga resource nato sa eskwelahan, very difficult. I don't know why. We have the government gave us a big budget sa Department of Education, pero murag wala gayod mo abot sa mga eskwelahan. Diba? Kamo as a teachers, mugasto na magani mo kaugalingon para laman inyong classroom manindot. Sa inyong bulsa na gayod gikan, mugasto gani mo kaugalingon palitog printer, palitog laptop, para laman maka-provide kag materials for your students. Mag-print na gani tag reading materials, mag-print bisag unsa para laman sa atong mga estudyante by using our own money. How about the budget given by the government sa Department of Education? Arang dugaya kay nga naman gihurot naman siguro nila dadto gipang kuhaan diha hangtod wa nay mo abot na ni sa atong eskwelahan sa ubos. Labi na gadyon nga na di atas probinsya, it's very hard, no. Naglisod gayud tag mga materials nga gamiton. Bisan gini pag-repair sa mga classroom, ang lisuran ang dugaya kaayo maka-process. Ibiding pa, daghan pag kuni-kuni, daghan pag mga buhatunon, dili basta-basta. And then what happened? The learning of the students cannot develop faster kay tungod nang we have lacks of classroom, init kaayo, igang kaayo, di ba? The students cannot learn dali, they cannot focus sa lessons because of the classroom environment. In textbook also, ang textbook iuli pagayod na nimo, di ba? Because gibaro man na wa man napalita gayod sa government property man na siya. Dili pud tanan matag sa og books sa public. Ang lisura manghinuamay naman gani ag uban. Di ba? We experienced that before when we were elementary, mag-share pa man gani no. On college gani kay numdom Xerox pa ganita para laman natay kagwalingong kopya maka kuha tag copy sa ato natay tun-an, di ba? Insufficient funding. It's the main reason. Schools often face budget constraints leading to inadequate resources and infrastructure. Tinuod man gadyo na walay budget, dili enough ang budget. Naa gani budget kana bitaw gitawag nga MOOE. Ang gamay ra pud na pila ra ba pud na, di ba? Sa isa ka teacher, pila ra matagaan og balit ban paper, pila ka ream lang, pila ka ballpen ang mahatag na. It's not enough talaga to provide the needs in the school. Lack of classroom and facilities. Yeah, wala tay classroom na enough. That's why nga huot, piot, igang, inadequate teaching resources. Teachers often lack access to updated textbooks, educational materials, and technology. This is very true. Ang teacher, that's why sometimes the teacher cannot kanabitang maglisod po si teacher update kay tungod sa ang gamit nga naara na available is not updated. Kuwang tag-access sa educational materials and technology. That's why si teacher mukuot sa kaugalingong bulsa laman niya aron laman makapalit sa kinahanglanon, makasabay si teacher sa kung unsa na ngayoy gipangkuan sa eskwelahan, gitudlo, di ba? You already experienced that. Limited access to technology. Many schools, especially in rural areas, lack access to computers, internet, and other digital resources. Yes, di man tanan nga eskwelahan na among mga computer. Karon nga as I experience, hinahinay na uban gitagaan ng computer because of mayor, di ba? But it is not enough. That's why mga students sa public schools dari sa probinsya dili makasabay regarding of using technology kanang computers. Kana bitong na subject ng computer, dili tanang bata makahibaw how to use it, how to on the computer, how to type using Microsoft Word, how to draw using the computer, unsay mga keys nga gamiton, asa da natuplukon, di ba? Because we don't have enough computers in schools. So, si teacher, saman, mag-initiative na siya, gamiton na niya, gumagama laman na si teacher, mag-print laman nagnaong sa computer, itudlo ang parts sa computer, mauni, at least na alam sila makita nga, uy, mauday ni ang computer. But this is not enough because they are not experiencing the unsaon gayod paggamit, di ba, sa internet and computer. Shortages of qualified teachers. Well, isa pud ni kay because daghang teachers actually daghang nagpa-ranking ron. Ang problema wala man joy item, di ba? Kay di man tanan, syempre daghang teachers. But, kanang qualified teachers, kanang mga teachers, they can develop naman by enough trainings. Kung naay saktong trainings nga ihatag, nagigastuhan sa Department of Education, the teachers will develop also. Maka-learn po na siya. So, they can become a qualified teachers to teach students. Impact on educational policy. Sa mga impact sa mga educational policy. Policy makers are shifting towards evidence-based decision making using data to inform policy development and implementation. The curriculum is being modernized to integrate technology, preparing students for a rapidly changing world. Significant investments are being made in teacher training and professional development, equipping educators with the skills they need to adapt to new educational realities. There is a growing focus on exclusive education, ensuring that all students, regardless of their background, have access to quality education. Because of the mga policy nga imugna, ang impact mauna siya sa tuwa. Impact on educational practice. Sa may mga mahitabo sa pag-keep on practicing, sa may mga impact. Personalized learning. Diba? Blended learning. monitoring and evaluation, and enforcement. In personalized learning, schools are implementing personalized learning programs tailored to the individual needs and learning styles of each students. In blended learning, we experienced this before. Now, even now, di ba? Nagsugod man kay tungod itong COVID-19. Sa blended learning, over 80% of schools are adapting blended learning models, combining online and in-person learning for a more flexible and engaging learning experiences. Kana bitong alternate ang pagskwela no kay kintahay nga niya tabo. Sobra kainit because of the summer nga, and then we are still going on ongoing class, di ba? So, ang announcement will be blended ta. Modular, sa balay, maghimo. Ingane, and then you pass it. Or, online class ta. Diba? O, through that, blended learning, dili lang mapasagdan, mabehind ang learning sa mga bata. Nag-continue gihapon ta, even though there are some circumstances na dili maka face-to-face ang class. Monitoring and evaluation. Enhanced monitoring and evaluation systems are being put in place to track student progress and ensure accountability. I-monitor. At i-monitor ang mga students, in-evaluate, i-enhance na nimo para makahibaw jud ta sa progress sa estudyante. Enforcement. Stricter enforcement of anti-bullying and mental health policies is crucial to create safe and supportive learning environments for all students. Bitaw ka ng bitong anti-bullying in mental health sa mga estudyante ron. It's very alarming talaga. Nagkaanam jud sila kadaghan. Daghan ng mga balita sa TV nga gibully. Di ba latest? Kani biya ka latest katubitaw namatay yung estudyante kay na gisaksak. Gidunggab sa kapwa classmate. Diba? Because of bullying. Ay, grabe. It's very scary na bisan na mga anak mahadlok na gani kung magskwela sila nga. That's why I keep on reminding them na somebody nangaway nimo, ayaw na laman pud pansin na, ayaw balos kay it's very scary nowadays the students because of maybe it's because of the technology that they have, keep on using cell phones. Ang lisuran ay control ang mga emotions sa mga bata nowadays. It's grabe yung lisura. Sa elementary pa ganidaan, naku, muingon na mga nanay, bully na ko na iyang anak, bisag isugsog ganito gamay. I experienced this grade 1 student. The parent messaged me nga, teacher, my son is bullied by this kid name. Yan. So, sa teacher, ay paminaw po na ako kung gitanaw kung bully na ba ang tawag dana. Sa una kay sugsug man na sa tua, di ba? No, but now the term is bullying na. I don't know. It's very nakakatakot kay it affects the mental health of the students, also the emotional feelings. Nga moingon kung estudyante nga magpa-transfer na siya, di na siya muskwela dani kay gibully na kuno siya, gingnan kuno siya ingani. No, even my own kids. Musumbong na ako nga gisugsog ko ni ingani. Siyempre, as a parent, ako maingon na laman ko nga. Ayaw na laman pansin na anak, kung ingnan kag ingana, pasagdi na laman na sila, ha? Kay, dili man maayo na mag-away-away ta. Siyempre, as a parent, you teach your children also nga, i-control ang feelings. Kung malay manugsog, o, andyan na laman pansin na dili mo baws, kay, hadlok manggod kay magkasakita naman na sila, moabot ang time nga mag-unsa naman na kay syempre na sa school wa ta kahibaw nagdinunggabay man sinumbagay na madada, di ba? Kay karon konting kibot daghan mga sumbong na ni ipatulpo pa ka, di ba? Si teacher ipatulpo pa kay tungod na kay isang anak ko no gipasagdan nga na. Nakakatakot mga estudyante karon. Next, the legal reforms and initiatives. In Republic Act 10533 amendments, proposed amendments to the Enhanced Basic Education Act aim to address digital literacy and integrate technology into the curriculum. The National Education Technology Commission The creation of a dedicated commission will focus on regulating and promoting the responsible use of technology in education. LEB powers. What do you mean by LEB? Legal Education Board is being empowered to play a more active role in overseeing legal education and ensuring ethical standards. And public-private partnerships. Increased collaboration between DepEd and the private sector is expected to bring greater resources and expertise to education. Dapat mong gajud na adjay partnership dili kay pwede na private school siya na ikaw galingon, dili kay public sila na sila ikaw galingon. Dapat mag-partner po para magtagbo ba kung unsa gadyo atong aim sa atong mga estudyante. Challenges and opportunities. Privacy, disparities, outcomes, and literacy. This is the way nga ang atong challenges and opportunities mahimong successful. In conclusion, the Philippines is at a critical juncture in its educational journey, with legal issues shaping the future of learning. By working together, lawmakers, educators, and stakeholders can create a system that is both innovative and equitable. And that will be my report for today. Thank you, sir, and thank you, classmates. I hope you understand a little bit about my report. Bye.